That was very loud in the gallery. Good morning, all. I hope, well, all, I only have one viewer. Good morning, you. I hope you're well. How was your weekend? Was it good? Well, you didn't get up to much, I'm guessing. Put the tree up? Yes, another Christmas tree in another room that you didn't know you were going to get. That's what we did. I hope you're well. It is Monday morning, of November. And we are in for a treat. We are in an event of Flextravaganza. Yes, the event, I can't even say. Especially when I get on a roll. Which means anything over £5 throughout the show, we will put onto flexible payments for you. I know. Some stuff that weren't even meant to be on flexible payments, to be honest. This morning we're talking JMC Designs, and I'm not alone. No. We have the founder, co-founder, the accountant, managing director, and even the cleaner here in the building with me at the moment. It's Adjula. How are you, love?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you
I literally do all of that, yeah.
You say I knew this. I knew this. New designs you brought me today as well.
I have, yes.
Now, we've had sneaky peeks on the socials. Because I did say this morning before that, so I've seen these somewhere. Where have I seen these? And obviously, it was on the social media pages. And you can do, even though they're quirky birds, there's so much you can do with them.
Yeah. As you can see, we're surrounded by samples, so the girls kind of, once they started, didn't stop. But yeah, I think they sort of cross all generations, genders. It's like anybody could... Yeah, anybody could use them.
They really are, and they work with your backing papers amazingly. And I've got the backing papers on the show as well, and we'll go through those shortly, so do not fear. But these really are ready-made cards, ready to stamp out. You are good to go with all of them, because they fill every occasion. That's how I felt this morning when I walked in. But these could be birthday cards. Don't get too tipsy over Christmas cards if you didn't want them to be. They could also be wedding cards. You could do quirky wedding cards with them as well. There is so many things you can do with the sets of 4. Excuse me. That you're getting here. Now, remember Flextravaganza. So ignore £35.96 today, because now I can get you 4 sets of stamps for £17.98 today. Now that won't be on the screen because they're not meant to be on flexible payments. But they are. So take advantage while you can. 088713 is your item number. £17.98 today are going to get you all 4 sets. That's 4 sets of stamps, but you get so much in each stamp set. And a quarter of the stock has already gone, and we are 3 minutes in to our first live hour of 2 shows today. Now, I need to tell you they're going to be dispatched on the 18th of November, which is not that long to wait. The end of the week? Middle of
2 days.
2 days.
I've just got to travel home first.
You've just got to get home and pack them.
I've got to get home and then I'll...
Because you're not local.
No, it's a 9-hour drive. Yeah, so, yeah, 9-hour drive. So I just got to get home first, and then as soon as I get home, I'll be packing away. Packing
away, and they'll be shipped out in 2 days. 2 days is nothing, really, to be between friends, is it? Nothing at all. So in 2 days' time, they'll be shipped out to you. £17 is all you're going to pay, and 98 today. We are so busy. Let me show you Flextravaganza, then we'll go down the rest of the can, so you know how it works. You may have seen it with the other presenters earlier in the week. Basically, once you placed your order, you use the flexible payments button on the bottom, and it will split the cost into 2 for you. So today, if you're not a Freedom member, you'll pay £21.93. If you're a Freedom member, it'll be £17.98. And then in a month's time, on the 16th of December, 16th door on your advent calendar, it'll be £17.98, and that'll be it. The stamps will be yours anyway after that first payment. In 2 days' time, once you place your order, they'll be shipped out to you. You will get them in time for Christmas, and what a cracking little Christmas gift it will be. Something else that'll work well with as well, we'll go in more details, and we are so busy on them stamps. Stamplamentals. Stamplamentals on Flextravaganza. You don't make my morning easier, do you, to be honest? Yeah. Now, explain Stamplamentals to me.
Stamplamentals. I've been crafting for forever. You know, I'm more used to sitting on that side of the camera, not this side, you know, sitting with my cup of tea watching. But anytime I craft anything, I always pull my stamps out, and I always want a background stamp. I always seem to finish with a floral element and a sentiment. But then that meant I was spending more of my time sort of rummaging through all my background stamps, then rummaging through all my floral stamps, then rummaging through all my sentiments. So I kind of thought, what if it was all on the one? So all I need to do is pull out one stamp set and I've got everything I need for sort of pulling a card together. And as an extra side point, Stamplimentals 2, that script there, that's my grandmother's handwriting.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I put it, I don't like to use stock images, so I thought, how can I get a script? And I took a letter that my gran wrote to me.
It is. It's absolutely, because these are, like, that card says it all. These are cards that you can use them on their own if you want to do, or you can use them with the Quirky Birds if you want to use them with the Quirky Birds. You can also use them with the back cardstock and the paper that we've also got on the show as well. You can use them with so much. But if your budget will only go to £17.98 today, and remember, that £17.98 will become £8.99 today. £8.99 today, and you are going to get the sets of stamps. You're going to get them. You're going to get sets 2 and 3. 834117 is your item number. I'm not going to keep breaking down the prices for you, because our Meg has to work everything out, bless her. But remember, Flextravaganza, anything over £5, I'll split the cost into 2 for you. It's the only thing you need to remember. Anything over £5, I'll split the cost into 2. So from there, we've got a brand new bundle to now. We're going under the sea with these, is what we're going for. I'm going to spin that way so you can see. We are going under the sea. Once again, quirky little stamps is what we've got here. Let me show you the size of the stamps as well that you're actually getting, because these are big old stamps that you're getting here. They're beautiful.
Indeed, yeah.
So once again, under the sea will work with the Quirky Birds if you wanted to go something like under the sea and over the sea, like on land and under sea. But what you're also getting, what I also love about Julia's designs as well, I won't let her hear this, is because they're big open spaces. So if you're not very good at colouring, like myself, these are the perfect way to start.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're great. I mean, some of like our Dawn, I'm trying to glance. Yeah, see that one there, it's just been stamped on the pattern paper, so that's got no colouring whatsoever. That's just literally been stamped on the Paint It Funky paper and cut out. That one's been watercoloured. So yeah, you can take it in any direction, or even just sort of ink over it. Whatever your style is, it will work.
There is so many. These will be good for your journals, they'll be good for your jotters, they'll be good for your albums, your photo albums, they'll be amazing with as well. And once again, remember, they are cracking little stamps to have, especially things like these. But imagine if that was a journal page, or you're going to make a journal. That could be a 3D element in your journal if you wanted it to be. And we won't be in lockdown forever, fingers crossed, which means we will be able to go out and we'll go back on holidays again soon as well. It's a simple cards like these that you've got. How beautiful is that to use? It's a stunning little card that you can achieve using one of the elements and then just smaller elements on another set of circular cards. You've got these things all at home. You can be achieving this. Once again, £17.98 today will work out into 2 flexible payments. Remember this, Will? 2 flexible payments. 127649 is your item number. £17.98 is what you're going to be looking at. Best thing to do, shop ahead of me. I've got backing papers. I've also got stencils on the show as well. Ridiculous prices because they're on a pick and mix. Jump to the website. Everything's on for you. Also, a little cheeky 2-hour happy hour. I don't know how it works either, but it does. So we've got a 2-hour happy hour. So only while the shows are on, and this happy hour will then disappear. $13.98 today, which will mean on your Flextravaganza price, $13.99 divided by 2, remember, you are going to get all of this. All of this is what you're going to be getting, £6.98. I can't talk and do maths at the same time. I don't know if you've noticed this. $6.99 is what you're looking at. $6.99 today. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it goes really well with the Quirky Bird. So it was started off as an Alice one, but the samples there, I've done one where I've added all the Quirky Birds.
Oh.
So it works.
So Alice.
So that's the original. That's kind of how it was originally sort of intended. And you've got your Alice images in the Curious Wonder paper. But then I just thought it worked really well with the Quirky birds, which is why I brought it.
So that's your Alice, and we'll stay there, and I'll come to you, because we could be here a while. These cameras are slow. Then it's Quirky Birds, Quirky Bird Tea Party. I love this. So you can go for Alice, and we've got this on the show as well, but now go with your Quirky Birds. It's going to work because it doesn't have to be a top hat if you don't want it to be. I love this concept, and for $6.99, you do... I'm still here. For $6.99, you do too. Pop it in your basket while you can. Get it while you can now, because I don't think it'll be here later for our latest show, because you've got me for the latest show as well. Sorry. 626624 is your item number. Right then, let's go to demo. What are you showing me first?
We are going to play with our Edna. I adore
Edna.
her. I adore her. Right, so I am going to do some very simple stamping. I've got my VersaFine clear, and I'm taking my Inkatuma stamp, and I've got my Be Crafty Slims. These are amazing, these things. Right, so what I have discovered is you just need to allow time for the ink to transfer. I think quite often when we make mistakes with our stamping, it's maybe just that we've rushed the process. But if we actually think about the logistics of it, we have to get ink from the stamp to the paper. Yeah, so just give it a wee second, and with these ones you can sort of flex to make sure it's done.
Look at that.
Perfect impression.
If you want a set individually, by the way, the details for this are at the bottom of the screen. $10.99, split the cost, $4.99.
So what all I've done is I've made a mask. So this is just copier paper. I find copier paper easier because it's so thin that you don't get a ridge when you start to stamp out.
It'd be $5.99.
And yeah, throw me now. I don't know what would be $5.99, but there you go.
Oh no, copy paper's thinner. Oh, what do you stick it? What do you stick it down with though?
Just a repositionable adhesive, so it comes in. I think you had Lou Sims was on the other day with the Sakura glue pens. That would do it. Something like that. Anything that's got a repositionable
glue tack to it.
Yeah. And then that's how I find it. So I'm going to do 3. She's kind of like in a girl band, I think. Okay, so we'll start her like this. And then I was watching our Angie do a live the other day where she was colouring with just a pencil. And it's years since I've done that. In fact, I got my pencils out, my school pencil case. And it was a long, long time since I was at school. Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
So we'll just take that off now, and then we've got the 3.
If you could just turn that to camera 1.
Yeah, I was wondering what camera we were on. I was on. Now I know.
There we go. Well, there's been a hoo-ha this morning. We've moved studios and everything we have. So that's, oh, look how beautiful that is. They look a bit like backing dancers.
Yeah.
Of the Supremes or something that you've got there. All glitz and glam.
That's it, yeah.
So just going in with a pencil.
So yeah, just a normal pencil. And as I said, I've literally taken this out of my, because it's years since I've done, you know, sort of colouring with a pencil. The other thing is I am using the Dolly Dimples mixed media card.
Yeah, we've got that on the show as well.
And I suppose the clue's in the name, it's mixed media card. So it's smooth enough to stamp on, because I think as artists, you've got a very niche sort of type of paper that you want for the medium that you use. But as crafters, we sort of like to throw everything at it.
That's
so
true.
we need a paper that can take lots of different mediums. So for pencil, you need a tooth. So it's kind of got a slight tooth, which means we can use our pencils, but it's also smooth enough to still stamp on. So how Charmaine's got the balance of that right, I don't know. Some kind of Wonder Woman she is. But yeah, it's a great card.
So what HB are you using pencil-wise?
Currently, I am using a 2B.
Okay.
2B or not 2B. But you can do it with a normal HB as well. So basically all I'm doing is I'm going into like the shadow areas, and I'm just doing a very small amount. And then I've got like a paper stub thing, and I'm just using that to pull this out. And as I said, it was one of those things that did years and years ago and completely forgot about this technique. And then, as I said, I saw our Angie do it on a live. So I would keep going with that. And then...
I like this. I love these stamps.
I do too. Do you know, I do a lot of digital downloads, and I have been asked, because this started off as a digi range, and I've been asked so many times, can we have a physical stamp? So I finally listened. If you moan at me enough, I listen.
Yeah.
Ask my husband. If you moan enough. Right, so this time we've got 5, and what I've done is I've coloured one of these up with my alcohol markers. You'd be pleased to know I bought new glue in between. You know, like last time
Yes.
you were getting a bit frustrated because
Well, I wouldn't say frustrated.
because I spent the whole show shaking the bottle of glue instead of actually crafting.
It was brought up in the meeting. It wasn't really.
I got brownie points taken off me.
Never. I just stand here and do numbers. That's all I do.
So I've popped a bit of 3D foam onto that.
I have to chip in.
Oh, okay then.
Not about
Feel
glue
free.
though, about stampage. Now, the stamps that we've got, the set of 4, we're now limited stock. We are now limited stock, which means we've got less than 10% left, and we are 16 minutes in to our first live hour. I know. If you've got them in your baskets, I'd check out fast if I was you. I don't want you to miss out, and this is for the set of 4. Once again, you can go for them individually. They're £10.99 each, but for £35.96, remember we're in Flextravaganza. I'll split that cost down to £17.98. Is what you're going to be looking at for all 4 sets. 4 sets of stamps. Now we'll go through them in more detail when you come back to me. Let's go back to demonstration for the time being, but they are about to go. So if you want them, get them now. We're currently making phone calls as we speak to see if we can get any more.
Right, so I've got my nice fresh glue. That actually works. So that's top tip. Make sure you have glue in your glue bottle.
Make sure you've got glue. Oh, we got an email in from Australia.
Oh my word.
I always knew I was big down under. Always knew it. I knew it. I knew one day Australia would come a-calling. Our email's from our Sharon. Okay. She says she loves your new stamps, Julie.
Oh, thank you, Sharon.
I'm sure there's plenty of others tuning in and other people watching your cracking little demos. Just for
Thank you, Sharon.
All the way from Australia.
That's amazing.
And the stamps have sold out now.
Oh.
So
well, that bodes well, doesn't it?
You've bought all that new glue and you don't need it now.
I know. Driven 9 hours.
9 hours.
And I'm off home.
Off home, 17 minutes in. I know, you can keep demoing and we're going to work something out.
Oh, okay then. Right, so we've got Stamp-Lamentals, and these little flowers are from the Stamp-Lamental range. So we'll just...
We've still got them.
We've still got those.
Stamp-Lamentals.
So I'm just going to pop a wee corner.
If you do want the stamps, you can still go for them individually at the moment. Just to let you know. But what I like about whether you've got the stamps of the beautiful birds or the Stamp-Lamentals or the Under the Sea collection is the fact that even though you've got the detail in there and they're still quite quirky, they're quite easy to fussy cut out.
They are. I mean, I do have extra little twiddly bits. Yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So they do sort of have extra sort of little bits, but I cut round them. Sorry, which... It was easier when you were allowed to stand next to us, and you guys did this bit. Yeah. So you can just sort of like leave a white border, and then if you don't like the white border, you can get a distress ink or something and just sort of like ink the edges to match whatever it is you're putting it onto, and it sort of disappears into the page anyway. So the sentiment, have we got any back yet? You managed to wrestle with my husband?
We're still currently on it at the moment. We're currently on it.
Oh well, sorry about that. So I stamped these 3 times. So I'll take it, I'm moving on to Under the Sea for the next demo. Which says, I know I'm weird, that's what makes me unique.
Oh.
Yeah, these are from the heart, these sentiments. Says a lot about me. Right.
I know I'm weird, but...
It makes me unique. Embrace your weirdness. Right, there we go.
Look at that for a card. And anyone could achieve this if you were lucky enough to get them, but you could achieve the same effect with the Under the Sea creations that we're going to see shortly as well, with a demonstration from Under the Sea. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But we are going to go Because all you need is a HB pencil. A HB pencil and a blender, and maybe you've only got 3 colours at home. You could achieve this. You can achieve cards like this as well for £17.98 today. I'm going to get you the 2 Stampermental cards, Stampermentals that you can still use on their own, which I absolutely adore. And remember, that price is not actually the price, because I'll split the cost again for you into 2. Anything over £5, split the cost that you currently see on screen into 2 interest-free flexible payments. With these cards, you can use them as cards on their own if you wanted to, or you can just use them as embellishments for your cards. Imagine stamping them out and using them on shrink plastics. This one, they've been done on vellum and then coloured in that you've already got on there as well. Absolutely beautiful. £17.98 is what you're looking at for this. 2 flexible payments on that as well. 834117 is your item number. From there, we also move under the sea. Now, I love this collection as well. You've got the Under the Sea collection. You're getting both of these for £17.98. Once again, and I can't stress it enough, you're going to be sick of me saying this by the end of the day. We'll cut the price you see on screen, split into 2 interest-free flexible payments. Now, obviously, we can't show you those flexible payments because it's not meant to be on flexible payment. It's meant to be on Flextravaganza. Flextravaganza means anything over £5. We will split the cost for you. But in a normal show, in a normal world, as it were, where we didn't have the event on, this would be £17.98, and that would be it. But take advantage of Flextravaganza. You can now create beautiful bits of artwork and mixed media projects like these. You can go quirky, you can go cartoony if you wanted to. If you're no good at colouring, simply stamp on the backing papers that I'm about to show you up next and then cut those out. From there, you can also go to the Glitz and Glam. I love shaker cards, but they don't work well on TV. I'm not quick enough. You can make shaker cards with them as well, which I absolutely adore. From there, you can also do things like this, if you wanted to. How beautiful is that? On mixed media board that you've got there. It's stunning to use and stunning to, they are beautiful, beautiful stamps and stamping into your polymer clay and things like that. £17.98, 127649 is your item number. If you are after those birds between me and you, by the sounds of it, things are looking up. So stay with me if you want them. I'm going to try and get that bundle back. It sounds promising in my ear, but it's very busy. So then, let's move on to your backing papers that we're looking at now. So this time, these are your A4 print it funky paper pad. 25 sheets is what you are getting in here. So let me show you some of the pages, because I have what they call in the trade a pick and flick. Oh, I know. For this sheet, in fact, I just pick it up and flick through it. So you're getting all the sheets. You're getting quite a lot of the same sheet, though. I think you're getting 5. Is it 5, Julia? 4?
Yeah, I think so.
5 designs. 5 of each design. So there's your first design that you've got in there. Then there's your second one. So once again, just stamping straight onto this would work beautifully. Then there's your second, there's your third one that you've got, and you're getting 5 sheets of that one as well. Then remember, you're getting all this for £11.99. Split the cost onto flexible payments as well. It's well worth having a little go. 25 sheets, 5 designs of each is what you're actually getting in there. But then you can start creating things like these if you wanted to as well, which is absolutely beautiful. So then, just using them as little simple designs, using your backing papers with some of your other stamps that you've got on there as well. How beautiful are these? They really do work really, really well. 5 designs, 25 sheets in total for £11.99. Split that cost into 2, and that's what you're going to be paying today. I know exactly. Split the cost into 2. It's a lot easier. 620859 is your item number. If you're liking these backing papers, I've also got more on the show as well. We've got the Curious Wonders collection now, which I absolutely adore. For the sheer fact, this is a bit of everything that you're getting into this now. What you're actually going to be getting is you're getting toppers in there. You're getting backing papers in there as well. So if you're starting off in the world of card making, you don't really know where to start, you've got ready-made cards already here. For the sheer fact, you've got your big sheets that you've already got in there. So you've got your larger sheets already split into 4, single-sided, good quality cardstock as well, and you're getting 2 sheets of those. Then you've got your smaller toppers that we've also got on the show. So once again, you get all this included in the kit and you get 2 sheets of those. And from there, you get all the backing papers that you are going to need. But some of the backing papers, maybe you only use the tops. So the sort of look like planets, or maybe you're just going to use the bottom that you've got here as well. There is so much in this collection that you are going to be using. Now you can see these are some from the Quirky birds that I showed you at the top of the hours. You see how they all work together? And this is what I love about the designs that you've already got here. £16.99 is what you're going to be looking at for this. And remember, it's going to be a catchphrase by the end of the week, this is. You can split the cost into 2. Anything over £5, 516730 is your item number. £16.99, split the cost into 2. Now, last but no means least, we're also looking at stencils on a little pick and mix, a little cheeky pick and mix that we've got here as well. We are talking any 3 stencils for £14.99. Now, this is a new configuration. This is the first time you've been able to get these stencils on a cheeky little pick and mix, but look how well they work with your quirky little birds. They're on their way, people. They are on their way. We have gremlins in the system this morning. Brown Meg is frantically working to try and get you some more at the moment. I can hear the whole conversation. But you've got all these, all from the stencils. Now, if you've never used stencils before, Julia, let's go all the way back. If you're thinking, well, I'm not really a stencil person, I don't know what I would use them for. As a crafter, what do you use them for?
I use them for putting a very quick and easy background together. These are made from 350 micromiler, so they're nice and thick, which means they're fantastic for your texture paste, which we'll see in the next demo. Yeah, everything. You can doodle through them, spray through them, even cleaning them off into a journal, you get very pretty patterns. Yeah.
It's worth having a little look because you can get any 3 that's on here. Now you can go from large cogs to washers to light bulbs that you've got in there as well. You've also got script in there, circles you'd use all the time that you've got in there. Suspended circles that we've got in there. You've also got your little ditzy flowers in there as well, which is this one just here. They are beautiful. Jump to the website, you'll see them all on in there, and you can pick your pick and mix from there. But remember, £14.99. I'll divide the cost into 2 because we are in a Flextravaganza event. It's well worth having a little look at. Right then, we've managed to get some good news. There was about 6 people on that conference call I heard there in my ear. With good news though, which is the birds are back in stock, people. They're on extended delivery now to the 19th, which is Friday, to be honest, when my daughter's Christmas tree is being delivered. So, £35.98, split the cost into 2, £17.98, I'm going to go for. £17.98, the birds are back in stock, and I generally do not know if we can get any more once these go. So if you're after the bird collection, get it while you can. 088713 is your item number. £35.96. Split that cost into 2. And we're now looking at the 19th, which is not that long. It's just 4 days to wait is what we're waiting for. The happy hour that shouldn't be a happy hour, but it's a 2-hour happy hour, is now limited stock. Limited stock is what you're looking at. I'm going to tell you another little secret. No doubt the management will pull me into another meeting, as it's Monday. 9 times out of 10 they do. We weren't meant to have it on this show. This was meant to be an 11 o'clock happy hour. I'll tell you, I don't care. I'll stick up for myself. £13.99. We weren't meant to have it. We put it onto the show. Well, someone did. And now it's a limited stock. If you want it, get it while you can. £13.99. We'll split the cost into 2 as well. Worth having a go. Brian and Julie will come back to you. What are we up to?
So, Under the Sea, because of the mad panic there. So we're going to be doing Under the Sea. I've got a few sort of, here's one we prepped earlier, stages for this, because we're doing mixed media. So I've started off, that's it. So this, on the end of call, we've got a few different embellishment kits, you know, as you're checking out your baskets. So we've got steampunk cogs, which I've kind of glued down here. We've actually got a bit of bubble wrap on here.
Nice.
Yeah, the This is the Pretty Gets Gritty texture paste, which
Oh,
has
yeah.
gone through the suspended circles
Stencil.
stencil, that's the word. I'm needing a cup of tea and a banana, it's too early. And then we've got the gritty marble paste and some thread. And this is just cardboard.
Oh, okay.
So I love this because it shows that this is basically rubbish. Do you know what I mean? We've got bubble wrap and cardboard and packaging.
Which we've all got a lot of at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely, because we've all been ordering lots of parcels because
This
there's
is very
nothing else to
true.
do. And I squirrel all the boxes away. So that's how we started. And then I've gessoed this all, and I've used, again, the Pretty Gets Gritty white gesso. And I've just covered that, so that's fairly self-explanatory. So now we're going to paint it. And I am using the Pretty Gets Gritty explosion powders. So if you can see my palette here, this one is Neptune, and I've mixed it with gel medium. I had meant to mix it with transparent gesso, but I left that at home. Okay. But you can mix it with gel medium, and I've got a black as well. So basically, the quality of this black is amazing. And you can tell that because I don't know if you can see that as I'm mixing it. There's blue in there, and there's red, and there's
What gel is this
yellow.
again? Sorry.
This is just an ordinary gel medium. If you're wanting to see it in more detail, that book I showed you earlier has got lots of different swatches. So quite often when people start mixed media, you know, they'll ask me, what should I get? And obviously this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's like set in stone, but I always say to people, get a good gesso, white, transparent and black if you can, but if not, and some form of pigment powder, because from that you can build watercolours, you can build alcohol inks, you can build chalk paint, you can build glazes, you can build paint, which is what we're doing here.
So we've got the Pretty Gets Gritty and a pick and mix is what we've got. You can choose between white, black and transparent is what you get. We also got the explosion powders on the show.
Yeah.
Yes, we have, apparently, I'm hearing. Yes, we have. So if you want the explosion powders, the colours that you've got there, you've got Elf. I love the names.
They're amazing.
Cupid. They come in sets of 4 is what they come in. So the first set is Olympia, Eros, Atlas and Athena. Oh, they're the only sets we've got. We'll find them. We'll find out and I'll find the colours for you as we go through. Let's go back to demo.
Right, okay. So I'm going to do an ombre effect. So I'm going to use this as paint. This is going to dry blacker. And what I was going to say about this black is that there's no such colour as black. We used to go through this at school and we were never allowed to use black paint because our teacher didn't feel it doesn't mix nicely and you get this sort of very dull, unnatural looking grey. Whereas if you think of colouring products, you end up with warm greys and cool greys because they've got those various tones in them.
True.
But when you burst, this is the explosion here. When you do this, I don't know if you can, I'll just leave that and let the camera find it while I'm talking.
There we go.
Yeah. So there's like loads of different colours in there. And that means that when you mix it into a black, you've got a really nice, rich black colour because it's got all of those different colours in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you got your blues, your reds, oranges are in there as well, look.
So, as I said, this is me literally just made up homemade paint using the medium and the explosion powder. So I'm then going to take some, I've just realised I had planned to do it from the bottom, from the top, because that would be less. I'm not going to paint it all though, so don't worry. So we'd go back and forth, like so. And when I'm doing ombre, I kind of start away from the join, and then I move into the join and then back up. And then that means we get a really good natural gradient. So I'm just going to quickly waft this with my heat gun and show you one more step, and then I'll do here's one I made earlier, malarkey thingy. So I'm going to use a heat gun, so hopefully that's not too noisy for you. Just need to get a bit of it dry.
Too noisy, it's the quietest heat gun I've ever heard.
I'm always aware of that when I'm doing lives. You know, you burst people's eardrums because they're listening with their headphones in, and all of a sudden you're like, whoa.
Is there more inspiration out on the World Wide Web for
there's
these?
loads.
Where would we find this inspiration?
So Personally, if you put in Julia McNeil Crafts into any social media, this is because I was a crafter long before I had any form of, you know, company. So I was already sort of out there doing my thing and then sort of fell into this. Right, I'm not sure if that's going to be dry enough, but we'll try. I will be able to show you. And then I'm going to grab a Versamark. Oh. Or if you don't have a Versamark, a little bit of glycerin with a paintbrush. Yeah, just kind of, we're just wanting to create a bit of a surface for the explosion powders to sit onto. And I'm going to go for Mermaid because it's kind of a bluey, goldy colour. And then I would just get, and this is why they're so versatile, because you can literally, you know, we go from one product to the next, and basically these will see you all the way through. I need to put a bit more than that out. That's a bit too much now. Lynette will be watching going, whoa, that's a waste. Right, so now where that is still sticky, this is kind of like where you do your dry brushing, but because that's still a bit wet, it's kind of picking up lots rather than just the highlights. Sorry, I'm moving that about, guys.
That's all right.
I'm still learning, and then I take notes.
You're doing very well.
I take notes. I watch it back and go, yeah, next time.
Back?
Yeah, so I can learn. I decided not to give you, I think last time I was watching it back and I just answered you with one word all the way through. It's like, did you draw these? Yes.
I do not mind.
Are these stamped? Yes. I was like, yeah, maybe I need to be a bit more interactive. So I've done that.
You do well.
And then, ta-da!
Look at that.
So that is...
If you could tilt that up to 1 for me.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still trying to learn which camera we're on because of the... There we go. So that is transparent gesso with, I think I used Neptune, Zeus and Artemis, I think it is. And then we've gone over it with Mermaid just to bring out the detail. So again, if we think this started with a pile of rubbish.
Look at that now.
Effectively. And now we've got that.
You are literally transported to the seabed. So if you've got other stamps like old galleon ships and things like that, or those sorts of things, treasure chests and things, this would work perfectly for those sorts of things. And they'd also work well for the octopus and the seahorse, may I add.
Which is what we're going to just do now.
Seamless link look. Seamless.
I like that, yeah, I'm impressed. It's quite good for early in the morning,
It is,
isn't
you
it?
see? Yeah. I switch it on.
We're on fire. Right, I'm going to open my gel medium again. Gel medium is the best when you're working with mixed media projects because it literally sticks in anything to anything. And as we're recycling again, instead of 3D foam, we've got cardboard.
We've got a lot of it. We might as well use, and we'll get even more getting closer to Christmas.
There we go. And I'm just going to add some...
What's your preferred colouring medium of choice?
I like my alcohol markers. But I think I'm a colourist at heart. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Is that what you, that's what you enjoy?
Yeah.
Your enjoyment, that's what
I
you get your
actually spent about two years just colouring, not doing anything else. I took colouring lessons.
Nice.
Yeah. And it was funny when I was doing that because my friends were like, "What, are they teaching you to colour in the lines?" They're just kind of, it was like colouring lessons. And it's like, yeah.
It can be difficult, and that's what puts a lot of people off colouring, because it's everyone bogs themselves down with where's the light, because you hear so many people, well, you have to get the natural light when the light's coming from this way, which means it casts a shadow on there. But would you just say to people, just enjoy it, just
absolutely enjoy it. I mean, I do feel that you need a shadow, a mid-tone and a highlight. Like even if I just, if I do that, sorry. So you can see under where the shadow there, how much darker that looks.
Yeah.
And so everything in life has these sort of shadows. So I wouldn't get bogged down with light source, but I would kind of, if you make sure you've got a sort of darker colour and there, a lighter colour and a middle colour and all of that, then it does lift your work to another level that it looks. But I mean, I've coloured all of that separately and then put it together, so there's no way all the light source is working as it should, because, you know, I've got dark here and I've got dark there, and that shouldn't really be happening. But it works.
But no one would really know,
no,
would they?
So it's like, don't panic about it. But I do think having various tones helps. And then the sentiment I have got from the Curious Wonders paper has sentiments in it.
Yes.
And I've just taken that out like so. And then the other thing is, see that sample that's just in front of you. So our Dawn, we do this challenge every fortnight where we take this exactly same stash and exactly the same brief and we both make something. So basically we've both started off with bubble wrap and the same gubbins and the same stamps, and I think this just really shows. I'll hand you this one because it's not going to fall apart. You put them to, I'm sorry.
Loud.
I'll put it into no man's land.
Okay, I'll grab it in a minute. If I grab the top where no one's touched.
And then you can see, so it's like you've used exact same techniques, but people can completely make it their own.
Look at that. So from the same concept comes two totally different ideas, and you'll be able to do this as well. We are busy beyond belief, and I think you've just realised Flextravaganza means you can get what you want at half the price today. Obviously half the price in a month's time, but don't worry about that. What I'm going to tell you to do, though, is start checking out your baskets for the sheer fact I do not want you to miss out. We've got the birds, the A6 birds, Quirky birds. They're back in stock is what you're looking at now. They are beautiful, and the size of the birds, if I just show you one of the stamps there that you've already got, and if I swing that one around and put it get next to that white, you will see the size of the birds. They are massive. You get value for money when you're talking about these, because not only do you get the birds, you're now also getting as well the little quirky accents that you're getting there. So the circles and the border lines that we're seeing running through. And then you get the beautiful ostrich down the bottom as well, with more fantasy flowers and more little birds in there. But once again, they all work together. They work together so well, and they work together for all concepts of cards that you wanted to create. Birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, just a note card, just a note to say, I hope you're doing well. Those sorts of things would work phenomenally well. As you can see in the bag down the front, you've got little candles that have been done in these as well. There is so many options that you can achieve. Stamp them into your polymer clay and do them into polymer clay if you wanted to. How beautiful would that be? Stamp them onto your shrink plastic and shrink them down. Would be stunning. Create your little birdhouses that you've got there. Put a little Christmas hat on. You could also turn them into Christmas cards as well. £35.96, but why pay that when I can split the cost for you? Anything over £5, I'll split the cost into 2 interest-free flexible payments, so the price would be £17.98 today. We'll get you all 4 sets of stamps. 088713 is your item number for this. Right then, let's jump for another demonstration. We have about 10 minutes left.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's fine. So you said that to me years ago, I'd have panicked, but now it's like...
Yeah, 10
so again,
minutes.
I'm recycling some cardboard.
I feel like you've had a lot of packages over the last couple of weeks.
I have. Well, the other thing as well, it's like my husband daren't throw anything out. He sort of like tries to, and he sees my face, you know, as he's walking out of the cardboard to the recycling bin.
So your green bin days must be empty.
Yeah, it's like, and I gradually sort of steal it and put it in the cupboard.
Yeah. My green bin's always full.
And then he's kind of, he has got with certain things going, you're going to want to keep this, aren't you? And I'm like,
Just put it in the cupboard with the other boxes.
There's a place that we all sort of buy from a lot, and the packages sort of
that
open like that.
River.
That well-known place, yeah.
A well-known river beginning with A.
Yeah.
Amazonia.
Yeah, a smile on the face. They make great journals because they're book-shaped.
The ones with the pull-cord backs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I have a cupboard full of them.
Oh, I've never thought about making a journal like them.
Right, so these are the Curious Wonders papers. So I have put one of them down. And the reason I put these in is, honestly, these papers just go with it. Like, obviously they were originally designed with Alice, but they're not so in-your-face Alice that they can't be used for, you know, we've used them with Under the Sea, we've used them with Quirky Birds. They actually go really well with the Paint It Funky papers as well. I was quite impressed because I wasn't, you know, that wasn't a plan. And then when I sat down to do it, I was like, wow, all of this works really well.
With the Quirky Birds, will there
Yes.
be? I know you've only just launched them, and I don't want to wish time away. But will there be more Quirky Birds on the horizon?
I think so. I think we've all. Yeah, my sketchbook's full of Quirky Birds.
Yes.
It was definitely my. You know, when I was at school, that was definitely my sort of subject of choice. Although it was more sort of realism when we were at school.
Quirky Birds.
But yeah.
So there will be more. So if you're getting the
Well,
first set today, the first set of 4, there will be more Quirky Birds to add to your collection.
Okay. So then the bit that I've chopped off, I'm just going to stick back on, but I'm going to just move it. So I'm almost creating a bit of a checkerboard. I've been stealing lots of ideas from my DT today. So the pencil one, I stole that from Angela. And what I'm about to do now
You sort of borrowed.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it? That's the whole reason we're here. It's the whole reason that the DT make their stuff. It's for people to... gives you a starting point, doesn't it?
Well, it
Sometimes you're just
does.
not sure, but you can sort of borrow the idea, and my DT won't mind. You know, use what they've done as inspiration. And so Jan made a card, and she took, in the Curious Wonders paper, we've got like Hattie and all of that, and there's lots of hats in that paper, because the houses have hats, and Hattie's got a hat. And strangely enough. And she put them on the birds, and I was like, that is genius. So I stole that idea. So that's our poppy.
So cute.
Oh, it's got 3D foam in it. Thank you. As I said, these have been requested and requested so many times. So I thought they'd be popular, but I didn't think they'd sell out in a 7 AM show, to be honest. So
Well, you have, and this
So there you go.
extended stock as well is going extremely fast. I don't know how many we'll have left for our hour this afternoon. We are on again.
we're on at 11.
11
And it feels
this
like
morning.
it's this afternoon because we've all been up so early.
It's 11 o'clock. Is what it will be.
Right, and then I've got these little elements again. So another thing, you asked me last time, you know, what's the first thing I do? And especially with these papers, I sort of look into them and sort of see what can a fussy cut out. I should really have put this down first before sticking the bird down. So we'll go with it and make it work. I'm clearly needing a cup of tea and some breakfast.
Maverick crafting, here we go.
We're just going to make it up now. There we go. Pop that in there, like so.
So it is just a case of looking at what you've got in your stash.
Yeah, and make it work. So that's the thing.
Oh,
It's,
look at that.
right, I'm going to get a little heart.
I'll take them from the papers again.
Yes. So this is what I do as well. So obviously, like the first one, you saw me stamp out and everything. But what I would tend to do, I would very rarely sort of put a card together like that. Normally what I would do is this, you know, spend a bit of time watching Telebox, watching you guys.
No.
Yeah, I do. I literally have it.
Bless you.
I've watched
You
it
must be
since
my
day
one viewer. There must just be
I've
me and
watched
you
it
here
since
today.
day one. Yeah, and then you get all your colouring done and you fussy cut out elements from the paper and then you make little tubs. And then once you do that, then the elements are all just there and you can put things together really, really quickly. Again, I seem to have an affiliation with this sentiment. I feel like it's on all, I know I'm weird, that's what makes me unique. I feel like
It's on everything.
I feel like it's like every demo has got this sentiment on it. So yeah, you can tell how I'm feeling. I'm feeling weird.
But I suppose, though, if you can do things like this and make tags, you can also make cards, but you just make them longer and wider.
Yeah, I'm a huge advocate for do not pigeonhole yourself in I'm a card maker, I'm a scrapbooker, I'm an art. If you can do one, you just translate whatever skills you have
You just put that on
into
a page.
the next one. So it's like this could be an art journal page, it could be a card, it could be, do you know what I mean? It could be anything.
Well, yeah, because if you do 2 of these, 3 of these tag forms, then stick those into your journal. Because then you've got another element to your journal first of
Yeah.
all, but then if you stuck them together with a hinge, you've got a concertina card.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts, and you will be able to achieve. And for everyone that I'm at, when we do go to the big shows, and like, oh no, I'm just I don't do any other craft. I'm just a card maker. Well, you're not, because if you're a card maker, it's just it's just a glorified book.
Yeah.
It's just a book's got more pages to your card. That's all it is.
Right, so
Hope that makes sense.
I'm just squiggling down here. Do we have time to do some stamping? How's it going?
We have 4 minutes.
4 minutes. See, I rushed that and I'm like, oh, I'm almost finished and I missed out the stamping bit. We'll do that now.
Stamp away. Stamp away.
And I mean, to be honest, I would suggest that you stamp first.
Okay.
Because, you know, we're now dealing with stamping over lots of different levels and we're probably not going to get it even. But what that does mean, and here's the ink over here, what that does mean is we're going to get some interesting textures. And we just need to embrace that and run with it.
And just embrace. Embrace the stamp.
So I'm going to add some little extra
So that works.
details. Yeah. And again, this is sort of how I would build up a journal page. This is why I have all these twiddly bits on my stamps, because it's what I use. Basically, I kind of design for me. It's like I want it.
But if you like it, then this is how it works. If you enjoy it.
Like the Under the Sea ones, I literally did all of that just because I wanted the sentiment. For years and years, I watched really hoping somebody would bring out that sentiment as a stamp because I wanted it. So in the end, I did it myself.
Blow it, I'll do it myself.
Do you know what? I'll start my own business just to have a stamp that I want.
Best way to start.
Oh dear. I'm delirious
That's
now.
a lot of effort setting up an entire
and an
business.
entire business just for a stamp. Yeah?
I'm sure if you would have messaged someone, we would have been able to get you a stamp.
Oh dear.
Even if I have to carve it out of potato, I would have done it for you if you were that desperate for it.
Oh dear. Now I'm just making this up. I'm going completely off piece.
Road crafting, we enjoy it. We've got about 3 minutes left. If you've got anything in your baskets, I'd start checking it out if I was you, because I don't want you to miss out. Remember, we've already had one sellout this hour of the beautiful birds, the crazy little birds, already gone. We're back on extended delivery now from the 19th of November. £35.96 is what you're going to be paying. Well, in fact, it's not what you're going to be paying, because we are on Flextravaganza. What does that mean? Anything over £5 will be splitting the cost onto 2 interest-free flexible payments for you. Said birds were not meant to be on flexible payments, and they normally wouldn't be on flexible payments either. I would normally be standing here going 088713 and you're paying £35.96 today. But I'm not, because you're paying £17.98 today across 2 interest-free flexible payments, and this will be sent to you after your first payment has left your bank. So now it's 4 working days time, the 19th of November. This will be sent to you for you to enjoy. You will get your birds home in time for Christmas, so you can start creating those Christmas cards into next year. Your quirky cards as well. Let me quickly show you some of the samples that I've got here as well, because they are absolutely stunning. And you can do so much with them. I love this ostrich. Very glitz and glam, I feel. I feel feather boas at dawn and all sorts. Absolutely beautiful. Then you've got the bird with the long legs that you've got in there. The quirky birds are stamped onto the paper. Go to town with the hats and the Alicing that you've got in there with the birds and the hats, which I absolutely adore. Or then simply pop them down onto your card and then create cards like this. How beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. It really is. And then the card that we've just, or the tag that we've finished now, if you hold your tag to camera 1 for me. There's the card that we just created. That could be a card, it could be a scrapbook page, it could be anything that you desire. But for £35.96 today, as I said, £17.98 actually, because we're in Flextravaganza. 088713 is your item number. We are busy. Your happy hour / happy hours has sold out. I know, sold out first hour, weren't meant to have it. See, early bird gets the worm and all that. What have we got coming up at 11 o'clock?
More of this. More quirky birds and more under the sea.
More quirky birds and under the sea. Nothing like putting people on the spot. What are we doing? I don't know yet, I've not decided. But don't you go anywhere. There'll be more. There will be more. If you've got any questions as well, if you've got any questions about anything that you've seen this hour, craft related, may I add, just craft related, not presenting style or anything like that, just craft related, please email them in studio@hochanda.com and we'll put your emails to actually at 11 o'clock. So if there's something you want to know, or maybe you want to see something stamped out, we'll do it for you live on the show, because we've got so much on here. But all I'm going to stress is 11 o'clock. There'll be more people awake. We've already got people in Australia watching, probably American. I know we've got people in Europe watching as well. People will buy after the hour. If you want yours, I'd get it before they all sell out. If they're currently sitting in your baskets, start checking out your baskets. I'm not here to poke or prod. That's not what I do. I try and get you the best possible deals. And with an £8 saving that you've got on this and Flextravaganza as well, you won't find these prices anywhere else. Right then, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll do it all again at 11 o'clock. Don't you go anywhere either. Lurking in the wings is our Fiona and our Leonie. They're going to take you through the one-day special. There is more coming up as well. Do you want me to tell you? Go on then.